school's MUN club when I was 16 years old and continued through my last 2 years in school. Looking back from now, it seems such a short period of time, but actually they were the most important years in my life. I was taking the IB program like many of you take or plan on taking, but I believe that it was MUN what shaped my future the most. In fact, I had always wanted to study architecture, but because I got into MUN, I decided to study international relations instead. Yeah, I know, that's quite a term. That's the impact MUN had in my life. But apart from my story, I also wanted to tell all of you, new delegates, why MUN is important, and why should you wake up any Saturday morning to sit and listen and debate about topics you might have never heard of until the day your MUN director told you what you had to investigate about. MUN gives you a different mindset. Many people might call you nerds or bookworms for wanting to join this activity. But believe me, it changes your whole perspective on the world and how everything works and what really matters. MUN also gives you tools to become a better speaker, to overcome your shyness, and to make people hear you and understand you. It improves your English so much you can't even imagine. You meet so many new people and make friends that share your same interests. Maybe one day you'll even have a group of friends exclusively from MUN that your other friends will look at and think, wow, they're such weirdos, because only you will understand what the hype is about. I know that this is the first conference for many of you, and I also know, based on my experience, that you're probably scared and excited at the same time. But worry not, because I have some tips that might help you to get through this day, and possibly enjoy it so much that you'll come back. Please do come back. At my first conference, I was very nervous of everyone being much better than me and being left out during the debate. But then I realized I just had to relax, because most of my fellow delegates were just as nervous as I was. The sooner you realize everyone is still learning, the sooner you start enjoying the experience. There will be times you'll make a mistake and probably sound ridiculous, but another important tip is to learn from those mistakes. Once, I got lost during a debate and I was made to make a statement about a topic I had no idea whatsoever. They asked me to define the African Union. I just stood there, laughed, and answered I couldn't. Even though I was embarrassed, I didn't let that ruin my experience. I made pretty darn sure nobody ever caught me off guard again. If this happens to you, don't let it put you down. The next time, you'll be better, more prepared, and they won't catch you off guard. Even though you're allowed to make mistakes, be prepared. There's always going to be someone who knows more than you on a topic, but try to be as close to that standard as possible. More important than the possibility of making a mistake is the fact that if you don't have a slight idea of the topic, you won't have anything to say and probably bore yourself to death. Once you have prepared and relaxed, it is time to make yourself heard. Every country is worth being represented, even if it's the lamest country no one has ever heard of. Even if you have to represent Togo, or Chad, or San Marino, speak up and participate. I can't imagine anything more boring than sitting for 4 hours or even more listening to a debate and not participating. That's not what you're here for. And don't worry if at first you don't know how to get your point through. You'll improve your communication skills as you add a conference. And in case you panic, remember every Mooner's golden rule. If you can't convince them, confuse them. Without any further ado, I want to wish you all the best of luck and thank you all for listening to me. Another huge thank you from our former MUN directors who invited me here. Hope you have a great conference.